New at 6, the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services will not be able to move forward with a new rule. It would govern when early childhood assistants can watch kids unsupervised in daycares. Members of a joint committee on administrative rules voted to object again today to a rule limiting early childhood assistants to watching a daycare classroom alone for 3 hours per day. They previously suspended this regulation and reiterated their objections at a meeting in Chicago.
We need daycares to get people back to work after COVID. We need daycares to make sure that our kids are taken care of and not in unapproved places. We just need daycares, and as not just this rule, but the whole system has been very, very frustrating.
The emergency rule is set to expire October 29th. JCAR members say they're looking to hear from DCFS leaders about improvements at their next month's meeting.